Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review of the 2009 film District 9. This film was directed by Neill Blomkamp, and I believe it's one of his first films. I'm not sure if it is or not, actually. I haven't actually looked into that, but it's his first big film anyway. It's presented by Peter Jackson. This film is about a group of aliens who have landed on Earth in this massive spaceship, but they seem to have crashed, and they've been placed in this place called District 9, where they are separated from other humans in Johannesburg, which is interesting because it allows different things to happen within the film. Okay, so the protagonist, played by Sharlto Copley, is Vicus, who's the main character, as just said, who is elected to be by a company called MNU to go and tell all these aliens called prawns, because they look like prawns, to sign this little form which will take them somewhere else, away from Johannesburg, well not, yeah, and just down in the same area, into a more like concentration camp kind of place. And a lot of people, a lot of the prawns just sign it, but there's a lot of hostility towards the prawns from the humans. And as with everything, there's weapons involved. You know, the prawns have certain weapons that only the prawns can use biologically, like it is biological to them. No, humans can't use it because they're not prawns, which is actually a really interesting thing, and it comes into the story a bit later on as well. So whilst getting these prawns to sign these forms, Vicus finds a little tube of black fluid, which he presses a button on it and it sprays into his face. Now initially you don't think anything of it, and he goes about his business, but you find out that a couple of the prawns have been searching for a very long time to get this black fluid, and you find out that it's actually fuel for their ship, so they can escape to the mothership and then go back to their planet. And the prawn that Vicus with this black tube belongs to is called Christopher, and Vicus takes the tube and leaves, and then he's struck with an illness where he starts bleeding from the nose, black blood, and then his hand becomes like a prawn's hand. It's all deformed, it looks like a prawn's hand, and throughout the film there's a complete like metamorphosis into a prawn. He's continuously turning into a prawn, which is a very interesting aspect of the film, and it shows like his humanity and how he still holds humanistic views, as do the prawns actually hold like views of love and respect and you know, loyalty, which is actually really interesting to see, like the development from the way that the prawns are being treated and the way that the prawns actually are. So yeah, his hand turns into a prawn's hand, and then as the weapons that the military are trying to get can only be operated by prawns, they test him and see if he can use the weapons as well, because he's got a prawn hand, and it turns out he can, and so he's a massive gain to the military if they find out what's happened to him, so they can like start using these weapons, which are a hell of a lot more powerful and a hell of a lot cooler than the weapons we have on Earth. There's like bombs that cloud dusts of smoke, which is on like electrical, and there's like guns that make people just explode on impact, which is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so the main plot of the film is basically him trying to get this black goo from MNU, because they have it for experiments, and Christopher goes and tries to help him out. This film is shot like a documentary. Now the first time I saw the film I wasn't sure if I liked that, because I don't really like shaky cam films, and I don't know why, I just assumed it was going to be a shaky cam film, so I kind of went into it thinking it was going to be not as good as it ought to have been. Since that initial viewing I've seen some shaky cam films such as Wreck and, well, Wreck 2, which are actually very, very good and use shaky cam very well. So I've gained more of respect for that, and so I gained more of respect for this film. And actually, I really enjoyed the way it was shot and filmed. It makes it seem almost completely realistic within like this could actually be happening, and it's just the way that it's filmed which just adds that like little extra bit of realism which makes the film like as good as it is. The only thing, yeah, because it actually starts off like a documentary. They following Vickers around doing his job. They're actually filming it to show people what he's doing, which is really interesting. And it kind of starts out with like people, as documentaries do, like it's got occasional cuts to people speaking about Vickers and what happened at the time, which is actually interesting. It just fills in a bit of background information and insight into Vickers's life and the way that humans are treating these creatures, which are prawns. The film, to me, is the perfect length as well. I didn't have much of a problem with its length. There is a probably towards the end of the film, I'd say about 20 minutes till the end. There's a scene where where it's almost like it's gonna finish then, and then it doesn't. But that doesn't really matter because you're fully engaged with all the action and you know, the story and the characterization of both the humans and the prawns, which is very interesting. You know, like Christopher has a son, and it's just interesting the way that they're being treated by humans in the military, and the fact that the humans are very happy to you know, exploit these prawns and like just attack them and stuff like that. One of the other things I really enjoyed about the film was the CGI and special effects. This film is very, very good at it. All of the prawns look incredibly realistic, and this came out like 3 years ago, so I know CGI can age quite rapidly, but in this case it looks pretty much the same. I mean, I've heard the same kind of thing about Jurassic Park, you know, it's meant to look pretty much holds up to standard, but like this, I think this will hold up standard a hell of a lot, and it's very interesting as well the way that it's filmed. Like there's a couple of instances where some of the prawns are out of focus, and then when it focuses in they look completely realistic, and it's brilliantly done. Yeah, I really did enjoy this film second time around. The story was more captivating. I did know what happened at the end, but I didn't mind that. I knew that. I was willing to go on with Vickers on this ride again, and I probably will watch it again. On IMDb this has got an 8 out of 10. That's actually very good for IMDb, and I'm gonna say it's an 8.5 out of 10. I really did enjoy this film. It's not too much. It's not so action packed, but the sci-fi elements are absolutely brilliant. You know, it's nice to see a very good sci-fi film. You know, my last review, I was reviewing Oblivion. I said I hadn't seen many sci-fi films in recent years, but this is an example of one of the sci-fi films which is absolutely incredible. I've actually picked this up today for £1.50, so I'd highly recommend you get a copy of it, or just like Netflix or whatever. I don't have Netflix, so I don't know if it's on Netflix, but well worth a watch. Or renting. I mean, no one rents anymore, but you know, it's well worth a watch if you're into sci-fi films or are just interested by the plot or the idea of what happens within the film. Okay, that's been my review. Thanks for watching. There will be more in the future. You can comment, rate and subscribe. Give your views on the film, say if my views are wrong, but yeah, you know, all feedback's welcome. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll be coming back soon with another review. Bye.